I'm Greg Wilson, and here I am speaking to Skiddle.
Hi Greg, so we're sitting here a few days before your Sound City After Party show. So what exactly have you got in store for that? Because it's your first gig this year in Liverpool, isn't it?
It is my first Liverpool this year. We were asked to do the official after party for Sound City, and what we're going to do is a Credit to the Edit event, which I bring in a couple more DJs for that. We've got Pezza, who I do a lot of work with, and Derek Kay, of course, who, you know, I go back a long, long way with. And so we're going to be doing Hangar 34, and that kicks off at midnight till very late. I'll be DJing, and as I just said, Pezza and Derek also on the bill.
Okay, and that's part of your, from the Credit to Edit, you've just got the third instalment of that released, haven't you? So what edits and productions have you put out on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, you know, doubling up as a kind of launch for us for the Credit to the Edit album, which is out on the 20th of April. Again, you know, it kind of compiles edits, reworks, a couple of remixes as well that I've worked on down the years. I mean, basically the first Credit to the Edit compilation was in 2005, and the second one was in 2009. And to be honest, I hadn't even thought of a third one, and it was a surprise in a sense when Turk got in touch and asked if I'd be up for doing one, because there's a 9-year gap between. But it actually worked really well, because in those 9 years, there's like loads of stuff that I've done. So I had, you know, a fantastic pool of material like to be able to draw from. And fortunately, we were able to license, you know, a really strong compilation, which is out on CD. And there's also a digital release to that as well.
Okay, so what sort of artists have you remixed and edited on there?
Well, we've got like people like T-Coy, which was Mike Pickering's project in the 80s, you know, a very early UK house track. Chaz Yankel, Glad to Know You, which is a kind of Balearic favourite. I'd done an instrumental edit of Todd Terrier's edit, so it's kind of edit of an edit there. Things like Fab Five Freddy, there's Space Magic Fly, there's a remix of that I've done with Pezza. Electronic Getting Away With It, which I was really pleased that we got that, because, you know, that's an edit I've done, early 90s track, well, I think it was 1990, could have even been 89. And Electronic were basically Bernard Sumner from New Order and Johnny Marr. The track itself is a big end of night track for me, and has been for the last 6 or 7 years since I did it. So to be able to get that on the album and get that as the concluding track was really great. So yeah, you know, there's a wide selection. There's kind of contemporary tracks on there as well, like Psyche Magic, Mink and Shoes, which has been huge for me recent years. Luxury, Hold On, you know, so, you know, it's a kind of balance between older stuff and more contemporary tracks as well.
Okay, as well as the Credit to the Edit, you've one of your big projects these past couple of years has been your record label and project Super Weird Substance. What's going on with that at the moment? Is there more stuff coming in 2018 for that?
Yeah, I mean, we've got like an EP coming up, 4-track EP called Substance Volume 1, which is basically more on the downside of what we're doing. We're going to kind of bring back a couple of the older tracks that we had out, that there's a demand for vinyl on them now because the original vinyl runs sold out, but also a couple of unreleased tracks that we haven't put out before that there's you know, a kind of demand for too. So we're looking at doing 3 12 inches this year of 4 tracks, and then culminating in a compilation album, as well as like other projects. I mean, things were a bit quiet last year. We did the Flory in Liverpool, which was the 14-hour Super Weird Happening, which was like a huge event. That was fantastic. But in terms of recording, we didn't do an awful lot of recording last year, but this year we're kind of definitely kind of moving back into that direction again and want to start getting stuff out there.
Okay. Also, we're sitting here in a gin garden, which has fortunately got a roof, because obviously the weather is so bad today, but optimistic that summer's going to, you know, be much better. So what are your plans for what is hopefully going to be a hot, sunny summer in Britain this year?
Well, we hope so. I mean, you know, we're coming now closer to festival season again, and so there's the whole round of festivals, which I'll be doing. I mean, obviously, I'm always busy that time of year. I've just come back off a US tour. I'm hoping to be back in Australia later in the year. There's obviously European dates, UK dates. So it's the general round of things now that we're moving into those summer months. There's obviously so many festivals going on, so many new festivals springing up all the time. Also, the established ones that I've been to. So, yeah, it's just kind of drawing my breath in and saying, here we go again.
Okay, well, fingers crossed it's going to be something. But it's nice speaking to you, Greg. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Nice.